We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. I'll ask for returns for to smash that like button to when you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Bbig, Vinco Ventures Inc. and the stock has eaten away all the gains from yesterday and starting all over where it left off before it took off, right? But it wasn't the only stock pulling downwards today. The overall market and the SPY was pulling downwards. And since 9:55 a.m., our SPY bot sent us out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, put options were up 2 to 3x within minutes, guys. And this is something you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, which gains you access to the premium indicators and the SPY bot, to receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets, to maximize on opportunities no matter which direction stocks are going, and have an edge within the overall volatility and the markets. So the SPY was pulling downwards. It wasn't the only one pulling downwards, and the BBIG stock was as well, right? So the overall market, a lot of stocks were experiencing this. This is not just BBIG. We're going to talk about some key levels based off 42 vision. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us. And we're going to jump right into it here with Bbig, Vinco Ventures Inc. So the opportunities I mentioned this morning turned out to be phenomenal and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So these are the two stocks I mentioned this morning. IMPP was our home run from yesterday. And turns out it gave us collectively two opportunities that were home runs together, right? We're going to look at that chart together as well. And then KRBP turned out to give us small jumps of 5 to 10% within its pullbacks and it spikes up. So I mentioned IMPP in the pre-market as it was pulling downwards under a bear indicator, and towards the bell it consolidated and ran a 5 to 10% run, pulled back down, and then you see that full transition here on 42 vision, got that bow indicator, and things spiked up to a highest point of 15% plus. A few minutes later, pulled downwards, got that bow indicator again, full transitions into weakness and strength back and forth until it picked up momentum. Right there you see it on 42 vision, and it hit a second highest point after the dip of 15% plus and collectively 30% plus within both opportunities. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We strive for opportunities like these every single day. We look forward to having you join us, and we're going to jump right into it here with these charts. So here we are with Bbig, Vinco Ventures Inc., and the stock continues to struggle to hold itself up, right? It continues this downward trend, continues in this consolidation, and after yesterday's run, things have quickly faded back to where it all started. Now the question is, could it bounce from here? Is it going to retest lows? Is it going to retest the 52-week range? Those are the big questions everyone's asking themselves, and we're going to look at some data together apart from just the charts, showing why every single time, and I've talked about it since the stock was way up here, every single time it goes up, it struggles to stay up for a number of reasons, okay? And it has to do with the investors themselves, the bulls, the bears, and everything that the data is showing. Now I'm going to pull up Ultimate 42 Vision, the bull and bear indicators, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators to receive the clarity you deserve within the volatility of the markets, to maximize on opportunities whether stocks are going up or going down. So we were under a bull indicator on the 30-minute since yesterday, and you could see here that in this pullback, no bear indicator has popped up yet, okay? Now, in the next few bars, if it continues downwards, I am going to be anticipating going into tomorrow, if the weakness is going even further down, a possibility of a bear indicator based off of how things reacted here, okay? We're going to look at this from the bigger picture as well, the 4-hour and the 1-day. So let's pull those charts up and then we're going to come back to breaking down this chart and some of the key levels I'm watching and the data I was talking about earlier in this video. So in the bigger picture, when we look at it here from the 4-hour, you could see that things are pulling downwards. It continues to be under a bear indicator. We've talked about that in previous videos. We were looking for a possible double bottom if it could come with strength. We wanted this to transition from red with green borders into dark green and get a bull indicator to complete a transition like this one or like previous ones from way back here and going into strength, right? I'm not stating it's going to do the same exact move, but have some type of momentum pick up and push this even higher. Turns out it got rejected, came back into red, and now we need to watch this if it's going to go back into white with red borders. Now, this was a decent move from lows here of 234 to highs here of 270. That was about a 10 to 15% plus move for a trade, anybody that caught it. But for those that are trying to go long term or holding, it's very different, right? That doesn't turn out to be an experience that really makes anything look great. Or if not, it's kind of like discouraging in the fact that things pulled down even further. But within the volatility, we are currently under a bear indicator since way up here on the 4-hour at 333. And it's been in this area and it's starting to turn into a consolidation area. And I want to emphasize that within this area, this stock needs to hold support. If not, the bears are going to continue to dominate, because if it continues to consolidate and it can't break out, the closer it gets to the bottom or retest it, it may cross it, and below it, the support levels become further and further down, right? So when you look at it from the 1 day also, let's go ahead and pull it up here. You could see that things have been under a bear indicator since way up here at 427, even within the volatility, and things have been going downwards. The only thing that I find interesting here is, since I stated it's a consolidation area on the 4-hour, things are slightly here curvaturing to the side, right? It's not like a steep slope down. If not, things are slowly turning to the sideways action, and this is going to be a pivotal point within this consolidation zone, right? As things continue to play out, if it continues to consolidate, to go ahead and build some strength to break out to newer highs and eventually trap shorts that are putting pressure on the stock, right? So let's go back over to the 30-minute so we can see it here, how things are looking. This has been under a bear indicator since pretty early on in the day, and this bull indicator got replaced pretty fast, right? So super important to realize that it actually got replaced quickly by a bear indicator, and now the bear indicator is dominating over the chart within the volatility on the 4-hour, on the 1 day, and the 30-minute. Now, let's look at the data together that I mentioned earlier in the video, and this is super important because we've tracked this before, and now the averages have gone down, right? The average cost before the last time we talked about this was between $5 to $6. It's gone down to $4.82. You could see, based off of this cost of average cost, a lot of people have been averaging down or actually getting in at these lower levels, bringing down the average cost of many holders, right? But you could see here the total profited share proportion, right, of people that are in the green is 0.14%. Okay, shorts look at this stuff to go ahead and determine how much pressure they can put and how many investors they want to try to shake out. So this is important data. You can see how much bars here are red and how little green, right? Doesn't mean it's going to stay like this, but this tells you why there's certain resistance levels, because resistance levels are not only formed by shorts, but also by the bulls that quickly get shaken out or want to close their positions. And this is why it's important to know this. 90% of the cost range is 2.97 to 918, okay? But 70% of it is concentrated between 3.24 and 5.4, and that's how this average cost of 482 is calculated to the max, right? Because this falls between the cost range of 70% of the holders, right? The cost concentration. The closer this gets to $3, the quicker there's investors that get shaken out or want to go ahead and cut losses, or those that were able to average down enough actually want to close their positions. This is important because we've hit up to almost $3 recently We ran again to 270 to 280. We keep rejecting here. And on the way down, there's been a lot of investors taking advantage of these great prices, right? Those that are long, those that see value in the future, that see value in the Cryptide spinoff, and the whole entire issue with different acquisitions and mergers, right? For the company and its growth. But the fact that it's down here, there's very few people that are in the green and a lot are in the red. And this is where shorts are taking advantage at certain levels, depending on the behavior within the charts, to put more pressure, because these stocks don't just fall naturally by themselves. Okay, we know shorts come in and they're aggressive, but then with the help of those that get shaken out, it makes these movements happen really, really fast as you see it. Like, I mean, how could a stock go up just as fast and then eat away all those gains the next few days? Go up really fast, eat away those gains the next few days. Same thing happened here, eat away those gains. And every single time you see, since the stock actually took off and there was a short squeeze, you could see the behavior multiple times, going up really fast and then going right back to the same spot. And that's because within that area, there's a lot of investors trying to average down. Some are getting shaken out. Some are actually cutting their losses short or turning out to break even or make a slight profit and move on. Because of the run, they were able to go ahead and take advantage of the new prices, right? If they average down. But within that movement of all that selling pressure, that's where the shorts come in and make the aggressiveness happen even faster. So what I'm watching for, yes, on the 30-minute, we got a bear indicator. But on the 1 hour, like I stated, I'm going to be anticipating, based off the history of the chart here, how it literally came right back to the same level. You can see it right there before doing another bear indicator. And right now we're at that same level. And going into tomorrow, if this continues and breaks through 234 and goes towards the lows here of 224, there might be a bear indicator popping up on the 1 hour. But we already got one on the 30-minute, okay? Resistance level is 270. We need to break through that and go towards $3. And to the downside, we want to stay above 234. That gets broken through 224, and then we have $2. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.